Shotgun with Charlie.
Riding shotgun refers to the practice of sitting next to the driver in a moving vehicle. The term riding shotgun came around after the time of the stagecoach, when somebody used to sit next to the driver holding a shotgun, in case they ran into bandits. My name is Charlie Cook, and I drive a lot. I like to talk to people while I'm driving, so I interview people in my car while I'm driving. Welcome to Riding Shotgun with Charlie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. I'm not going to tell you who we have yet, but we're going to try something entirely new. So here we go. We're starting things a little different.
All right.
All right. All right. All right, here we go. Let's try this. Now, this is a story all about how her life got flipped and turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute to just sit right there to tell you how she became the poster child of national reciprocity. All right.
Yes.
That didn't quite work. I want you to try this. I want you to go, boom, baka boom, baka boom, baka boom, baka boom, baka boom. All right. Keep going. All right. Hey, 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 it's Charlie, and I'm gonna sing a song for you. Shaneen's got a story or two. She's gonna tell ya what happened to her. I hope you listen so that you will learn. Nah, 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 gonna have a good time. Hey, hey, hey. Nah, 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 riding shotgun with Charlie. Nah, 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 we're gonna have a good time. Nah, 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 we're gonna ride shotgun. That was awesome. Nice job. Totally impromptu. All right, so on this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie, I had to do those songs because we are in the city of brotherly love. But didn't they change this from the city of brotherly love to the city that loves you back? Did they change that? I don't know. I remember I was here 10, 15 years ago, a long time ago.
Oh, that don't even make sense anymore.
Well, there we go. It's just Philadelphia. Anyway, so we're in Philadelphia. The guest I have with me today is none other than Shaneen Allen. Shaneen, thank you so much for being with me.
No problem.
Shanine's got a crazy story, and I got to tell you, I have been. We're gonna drive. We're gonna drive. I've been a gun instructor for 10 years, and I've been telling your story for the last 3 years.
Seriously?
I've been using you as an example. I like to tell people you're doing a great job being a bad example.
Thank you.
And so we're going to talk about what happened to Shaneen Allen and how it was wrong and how we really need to have some national reciprocity. So Shaneen, tell us about yourself.
Well, I am 30 years old.
You don't have to say that.
I know.
You don't look a day over 27.
You know why? Because a lot of people don't think that I'm my age. So I feel good to put that out there. But I'm a mother of two.
Cool.
I have two boys.
How old are your boys?
Sincere is about to be 7, and Naya is about to be, well, actually Naya is 14 now. So
Oh, nice.
Both,
Very cool.
Apart. And they're doing real good. But basically, I've been born and raised in Philly my whole life in North Philadelphia. This is Chinatown.
Oh, we like it here.
Yes, but I've been raised down here my whole life, and seen a lot of bad, not much of a lot of good, but I stayed out of trouble my whole life. And well, I was a young mother. I had Naya at a very young age, and from there I always worked. I finished school. After I finished school, I went straight into the medical field and started drawing blood as a phlebotomist. And I went to school for 11 months to be a medical assistant.
Cool.
I did that for a while, and I fell in love with being a vampire, sticking people.
Being a vampire.
Yeah, they call me a vampire. I come knock on your door at 4 in the morning. I'm getting ready to take your blood.
I had a surgery a while ago, and I got to tell you, I hated those people. Don't take it the wrong way. Don't take it personally.
I know.
It's just a job.
I know. It ain't pleasant, waking up in the morning with somebody stick a
Right, how you doing? We're going to stick a needle in your arm.
Right. Right.
That's not good.
So I worked at the University of Penn in the cancer department for a while, and one day I was driving and riding around, and I got in a big altercation with this guy I didn't even know, and he threatened me with a weapon. And
A gun? A knife?
Actually, a knife.
A knife,
and,
okay.
I got robbed, and then got robbed again.
Wow.
In the same month down here in Center City. And good thing my kids wasn't with me, because at the time I would drop them off at daycare and then come and pick them up after I work, because I used to bartend.
Right.
I always had 2 jobs. I would come and do phlebotomy and then bartend at night.
Wow. I think I've had 2 jobs for forever. Once the unemployment rate was so high, I thought it because I had all the extra jobs.
I'm tired of it. But from there, I was never around firearms. I was never worried about even having a firearm or doing anything with one. I had a friend that was in the military, and they told me about getting my license to carry.
Yeah.
So from there, I said, how do you get it? I got to be a cop, right? And he was like, no.
You don't have to be a cop.
That's what I thought then. That's what I thought. I was just a regular team. I was a mom and trying to make it and working, making a living.
What do you have to do in Pennsylvania to get a carry permit?
Oh, so I had to come down here where it's 9th and Spring Garden, and that's the main location. You fill out an application. It's this dreadful line. If you're not there at 9 o'clock in the morning, you're not leaving out up there on time. And you have to wait and have an interview with the police officer. They have on regular clothes, so you don't know they're a police officer. They ask you questions, all types of crazy questions, like, have you ever smoked weed in your lifetime? Do you have tickets? Things they're not supposed to ask you.
Speeding tickets? Really?
Yes, they do.
That's ridiculous.
They're not supposed to, but they do. Because I got those questions said to me and other people that I've taken lately. But you have this really long interview with them, and they're waiting. They already pulled your background up, because they got your information from the gate when you came in to sign up.
Right.
And you have to have your proof of residence. You have to have your ID. You have to have your own 4x5 picture taken and paid for on your own. The fee, a $25 fee, and then once they finish the interview, you gotta wait 30 to 45 days to get a letter in the mail for an approval or denial.
Wow.
If you get denied, you have to wait a year before you can do it again.
Holy moly.
It can be for something small, for like not bringing the right proof of address. And, yeah. And if you get approved, then you have to come down, take your picture, and then you get your license to carry right then and there. You walk out with it.
Oh wow.
They don't give you no sheets of paper. They don't give you nothing telling you about what you could get into trouble and how you can easily get in trouble in the city, where to go, where not to go, nothing. Just sing you in your happy way. They give you this little pamphlet that you can pick up on your own. They don't give it to you.
Right.
Pick it up on your own. That says what you can do if you was to get pulled over.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Wow.
That's all I got.
Wow. See, when I teach. I'm a gun instructor, so when I teach classes, I give people a little packet, and we spend about an hour going over. Here's what you need to do to get your license. You have to have a clean record. All this, they're going to fingerprint you and photograph you. Things you should say, things you shouldn't say. And I tell people, when in Massachusetts we have 2 different types of licenses, and places you can go, places you can't go. I tell people how to handle interacting with the police if you're pulled over. And I tell them too, and this is something that would have been good for you to know, not all states have reciprocity, obviously, which is how people got to know your name. In some states you have to tell the police, in some states you don't.
Right.
Which is really screwy. But anyway.
Why do you have 2 licenses in Massachusetts? It's
one, we have an FID card, a firearms identification card, and that allows you to have non-large capacity rifles and shotguns. So you can get that at 15 to 17 with your parents' permission, 18 to 20 without your parents' permission, and 21 or older, you can have a license to carry, and the license to carry without any restrictions allows you to have a large capacity rifle, shotgun, or handgun.
Okay.
So you can have whatever, like a pump-action shotgun and a bolt-action rifle, a lever-action rifle with the FID card, but you can't have any handguns, and you can't have anything that's got a high capacity magazine. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and my actually just this week I took my daughter down to the police station to get her to apply for her FID card.
That's
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's
That's too much.
every state's. I mean, literally every state's crazy. It's really ridiculous.
I actually went to get mine renewed because my years came up. And
How long is it good for?
4 years.
4 years. Okay.
4 years. Yeah, if I'm mistaken. But when I went, I got it in another county, and in Montgomery County, and it was the best experience of my life. I don't think it was as quick for me because of who I am. I think it was because that's just how they roll. And
Right.
I went in and came out in 20 minutes and had my license carried when I renewed it. When you renew, you have to do it just like you're starting over.
Starting over. Yeah.
And in Philly, I would have been waiting at least 45 days
Oh my God.
again. So it's just a mess. And each county is different. And
Mhm.
I understand that Philadelphia, being raised here the population is crazy,
Sure.
but still the crime rate is too high and the death toll is too high for all these restrictions. And the places that have where you can and can't go are the places where the criminals are going.
Right.
So just whoever made it, up is just. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's ridiculous. I mean, bad guys will carry in gun-free zones because they know that their victims aren't going to be able to fight back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But hey, that's why I'm here. That's what I'm trying to do.
Mhm.
What I can do to play my part and still try to get my life back in order after everything that happened.
Mhm.
It's still, an uphill battle every day.
Every day.
Even
Wow.
after it. I mean, I was about to do 48 days. Well, I did.
Yeah, so
48 days.
let's get into that. So you got your license. It's a pain in the neck. They didn't give you a lot of information.
Yeah.
And they basically said, okay, here's your gun license. You're on your own. Good luck. And then you started to carry. Let me ask you, what kind of gun did you carry?
So right then after that, I went to go buy me a firearm. I went and got a Versa 380.
Okay, cool.
That was my first firearm. It was all it was silver and black. It was
Nice.
Beautiful.
Cool.
I went to a place where police officers sell you firearms because it's the only one that they have in Philadelphia that I trust at the time in South
Yeah.
Philly. And
Sure.
they didn't tell me anything besides you can come down on Wednesday nights. We have ladies' night, and we'll teach you everything you need to know for free. The Wednesday that I would have been coming was the day I got arrested in Jersey.
No. I heard a couple conflicting stories, but it's the same story. I heard you were booking a party for your son's birthday, and then I heard you were going to a party for your son's birthday.
Yes, I already had it booked. I was on my way to the hotel to decorate the room so that I could bring him back,
Gotcha.
put them back, and surprise him.
Okay.
I did that a lot. I would get free rooms in Jersey and go over there.
And then go over there. We all did this for our kids. We, rent a room or get a room or whatever and decorate it. Go home, get the kid, get the stuff, come back, get the cake, get the ice cream.
But I think people just gotta realize where I came from. Like I bought the firearm. I went into place. I did everything right. The guy that the police officer that asked me about the bullets. See, I didn't know anything about nothing. I was just trying to get what I thought I needed.
Right.
And try to take the right precautions after. But when I went in to go get the bullets, he asked me, he said, you want these bullets or these bullets? And I said, what's the difference? He said, these are hollow points. No. Actually, he didn't say that. Actually, he said, these are $28 and these are like $48 or something like that, he said. And I was like,
oh my goodness.
Okay, I just bought a $600 gun. Just give me a cheap one.
Right, let's go with the less expensive one, sure.
I did not know that the ones I had was hollow tip bullets. I didn't even know what hollow tip bullets were.
Wow.
I didn't know. I didn't care.
Right.
Bullets to me where I was raised. And so I put 4 of them in the firearm and took it with me because I knew I was going to Jersey. It's my first time with it. I put it on my purse. Safety was on. I had a lock on it at the time as well.
Like a trigger lock?
It's a lock. It's a trigger lock that comes. So it's like 3 safeties on it. It's like nothing was coming out of that firearm.
Right,
Nothing.
Right. It's Fort Knox.
So it wasn't going to help me out any, but I was being at least safe enough to lock it up.
Right.
At the time, not knowing nothing about it, I just put the bullets in, put it in my purse, and it was in the holster, and just stuck it in my purse. I was like, oh, let me go ahead. I had a dog. I just bought him a dog from the SPCA. Bought him a cake and cupcakes, and had a whole bunch of balloons in the car. And I was driving on my way to Jersey.
Yeah.
I was not even 5 minutes away from the hotel, my destination, and was pulled over about 1 o'clock in the morning by a state trooper. And when I seen his lights the first time, I didn't think that he was pulling me over. I thought he was trying to pull the trucks over because there was no one on the road but me and trucks at this time. Right. So it took me a little minute to pull over because I didn't think he was. When he did, that's when I got out his way, and then I realized he was pulling me over.
He's pulling you over. Holy crap.
So when he came over to me, I left my window down, and he's like, what are you doing here? And I said, what am I doing here? I was about to say something smart to him.
Right.
And all I can remember is everything that was going through my mind when I was looking at him, like, couldn't believe he asked me a question. I was about to say, this is a state, you know, I'm a citizen, I belong here. What do you mean? So he asked me, so where did you have anything to drink? Where are you coming from? I said, no, I didn't have anything to drink, and I'm coming from Philadelphia, and I'm going to this hotel right here. It was right in his face.
Yeah.
So he was like, I need your license, registration, proof of insurance. And I said, okay, why are you pulling me over? And he said, just be quiet, this is procedure. So when I went in the back to get my purse, it was in the back of the seat. I put it on my lap, and he was so close to me from that window. He had the flashlight, 1 o'clock in the morning, in my face.
Right.
And I went to dig in my purse, which I had so many things in there. I felt my firearm, and I didn't want to move anymore. I said, before I dig in my purse, give you, I have my license to carry, and I have a firearm on me. And he said, what? He was so surprised that I told him I had a firearm on me. Right. So he said, what'd you say? I said, okay, I have a license to carry and my firearm on me. He said, where? I said, well, it's right here. I was about to give him my purse. Yikes. And he went crazy. He went ballistic. He's like, oh, no, don't touch. And
oh, my gosh.
Snatched it out the car, and he emptied everything out on the car, in the hood of the car, and didn't care what was falling out. He just wanted to get that gun.
Oh, my gosh.
He got the gun, asked me to step out the car. And when he was holding the firearm, I was looking at him like, you know, oh, well, I'm legal, you know.
You're not doing anything illegal. I'm not worried about it. Right.
I didn't think it was a problem until he told me, you're traveling with a firearm, and I know that you're saying that you just got it and your license in Philadelphia, but you're not supposed to have it transported this way. And I said, well, can you tell me how to transport it? How am I supposed to?
Right, sure.
He said, I'm not exactly sure, but I know you're not supposed to have it in your purse.
So he didn't even know how you're supposed to do it. Oh my God, that makes it even stupider.
Yeah.
Even stupider on his part.
What? You don't know? So how can you help me?
Right. You're going to get me in trouble for something that you don't know how to do. Are you kidding me?
So it was this nightmare. I looked at him like, okay, so where do we go from here? What did I do? And he's like, I have to take you in. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
And backup came, and from there they handcuffed me, put me in the back, processed me, fingerprinted me, and then they shackled my feet to the bench.
Wow.
I was already handcuffed.
Right.
Being shackled was, I will never forget that, because it was like, I've never seen that. I watch a lot of Law and Order, and I've never
I watch a lot of Law and Order.
I've never seen anybody be shackled.
Right.
You know?
You're not a big person either.
Right.
I mean, really.
I don't understand what you thought I was going to do. I was the only person in there that night.
It's 1 o'clock. It's probably 2 o'clock in the morning by now.
Right. And then he left my dog and everything in the car. I was so mad. I'm like, can you please lock up my car and get the dog out? And he's like, it'll be fine. We'll take care of it. And I was just hysterical. I was crying, and they couldn't get nothing out of me because I was just quiet and just stuck.
Right.
I was stuck. And I just wanted to call my kids. I wanted to tell someone.
Tell them what's going on. Yeah, absolutely. You know? Somebody's going to start wondering where you're at.
Yeah, they was home by themselves. Babysitter was on his way. I was supposed to came right back. I was driving around like that, so I was going to come right back and get them and bring them up, and we was going to have a party and stay for the weekend. But instead, I I was in state prison.
Man.
48 days.
48 days. I'm telling you, I was telling a couple people last week, I'm all excited that we're doing this interview, and I was telling some friends of mine, I'm like, I'm going to see this woman that was arrested, lost her license to do her job, and when I tell them, I'm like, she had a gun in Jersey, she had a Pennsylvania permit, had a gun in Jersey, and she went to jail for a month and a half. They're like, there's got to be something else. I'm like, no.
Right.
No. They're like, they just don't do that. Yeah, they do. They do in New Jersey.
That's what my attorney said when I first got started. This is something else, something that can't be true. You're just in there for that? Oh, this is sickening.
Right.
Like,
they wanted to put you away for what, like 3 years?
Yeah. They wanted to put, no. They wanted to put me away for 11 and a half years. 11
and a half years. No criminal intent. This is what gets me, and this is when I talk about your situation in class, I say this is the same time that that football player Ray Allen beat the crap out of Ray Rice. Sorry, Ray Rice beat the crap out of his girlfriend on video in an elevator, dragged her body out, and he got what did Evan call
PTI.
it? PTI, which is
pretrial intervention.
Pretrial intervention. Okay, so you'll have to tell us what that is.
So Ray Rice, we both had the same judge and the same prosecutor.
Oh, look at you, you celebrity hanging out with Ray Rice's judge.
No, if I did, man, he would have got this. I'm telling you. But yeah, I know he heard a good piece of what I had to say in my mind. But this man put his hands on someone he's supposed to have loved and been with, and it's on camera. You know, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it was on everything. It was on TMZ. It was all kinds of stuff.
You put your hands on someone, which is under pretrial intervention, is for first-time offenders. If you never did anything, this was great for someone like me.
Right.
This dude, I guess he never did anything, but he actually, it's different levels to it. You can't intend to do something or put your hands to harm someone. And that's an application, and he put his hands on that woman.
Right.
So he wasn't supposed to get on pretrial intervention. He wasn't. And because he's a football player, he did.
Right, because he's a big famous dude.
Me, I just had no chance.
Right, they're shackling you and putting you in there for 11 and a half years.
They wanted to give me 11 and a half years because I didn't want to take the deal. Minimum was 3.5.
Oh, man. Do you know Marcus Weldon?
I just met him.
Did you?
We've been talking.
Oh, that's awesome.
Lately.
I interviewed Marcus a few months ago, and we drove around Detroit and talked about his stuff. And they wanted him to make a deal, too. And he's like, I'm not guilty of anything. So this is...
Wow.
Yeah, I think Willie Nelson said one time that honesty is the best policy, but it's not the least expensive. He might have been talking about something else.
Oh,
but yeah, they wanted you to plead. Okay, so they wanted you to plead guilty to.
They wanted me to plead guilty to having the firearm because without the bullets, they gave me a year for each bullet.
A year for each bullet. Oh my God!
But the firearm, they wanted that held the most weight without the bullets. Yeah. So the judge was just tackling on stuff because I wasn't trying to take a deal, and in my heart, I wasn't taking no deal. So he was just like, this is Jersey. This is my courtroom. This is my place. It's my rules, and he didn't want to hear anything I had to say. I didn't really get to say my part and my piece. He didn't know where I came from.
Right.
He just judged me off of that firearm. He really did. And put my whole life and everything into it in just 11 and a half years. And you can tell in court that he wanted me to take that deal because he asked a couple times, your client, tell your client that, she don't take this deal, what she could be facing.
Right.
And, Evan's like, no. She said no. We say no.
Right.
We're taking this to trial.
Oh my gosh.
I'm fighting for my life. So at this point, I was tearing up the court's bathroom, kicking, screaming, trying to knock things over. I just was like, my life is over. I told my kids the best way I could. I told them that I was going to give them to a friend to watch over them until I came home. And that was the hardest part.
Oh my gosh, I can't even fathom that.
Yeah, just imagine telling her he was in the 3. Yeah, he was going on 3. He was a couple days for his birthday. That why you can't come home? He's asking you, Mom, when you coming home? I couldn't talk to him. I couldn't talk. I would drop the phone. I had 15 minutes to talk to them.
Wow.
In jail alone, it was hard because I came in with nails on and hair done, and in jail you have to have everything out.
Wow.
Everything. It was just a lot of stuff that the details would just make you just say the stuff that you watch on TV is nothing like it. It's nothing like it. And if I survived it, I can survive anything.
Right.
Because I was in there with a minimum 86 girls.
Wow. And I'm sure they're real criminals.
They were.
They're hardcore.
They loved me to death because they were just like, you don't belong here. I belong here, but you don't belong here.
That's encouraging, right?
Yes, it was. You had women that killed their husbands.
Women that killed their
I
husbands.
was giving them Jolly Ranchers for their diabetes, for their sugar. They needed sugar rushes and whatever. I was cool with all of them because at a level they still were people.
Right.
But they knew they did something terrible.
Right.
And the crazy thing was they all had ways to get out faster than me. I didn't have a probation officer at the time.
Right.
When I was in jail, because I still had to go through the process. They all did. They got right back out and got right back in the time that I was still there. So it was like, these are offenders. They come in and out, and you're messing with someone that's clean.
Right. So I call it the revolving door of justice.
That's
because the bad guys go in, or the bad girls go in, they come out, they go in, they come out, they go in, they come out.
That was the confusing part for me. Like,
that is, I mean, it honestly, to me, it boggles my mind that somebody would want to take somebody on the first offense of doing something stupid and foolish or whatever, at the first offense and absolutely crucifying you.
I still don't get it. I don't. I mean, even with Ray Rice, to get back to him, when they let him off, the way that they made it, they glorified him, and I called TMZ and told them that the connection, and when they made the connection, it was like, oh my gosh, she has the same prosecutor, same judge that he has, and that's what the media just took it a different level. I'm glad they did, and I'm kind of glad that he got to the point where he did, where he was on camera, because that made my story more interesting. It shows what the courts is doing.
Yeah, people. The injustice system.
Yes, definitely. It shows. It was just right there. But my judge, I heard he retired. I guess he didn't want to sign papers to get me off. He did not want me to have no way out.
Wow.
He was so evil.
That's crazy. Now, let me ask you this. So you're new to gun stuff.
Yes.
How did you find the attorney she had was other than Evan Knappen, who is the big attorney, the big gun attorney in New Jersey.
Yes.
And how do you get connected with him? Like, who do you call? I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that say that you should have a gun attorney. You should have someone keep their name in your phone or their card in your wallet or something.
Right.
You're totally new. And how did you get connected with
Actually,
Evan
I got in contact with Evan in jail. When I was in jail, I had a public defender.
Oh my gosh.
She was pregnant at the time, and she was a mess. And I would have been in jail for years with her. The judge was making her cry every day. And a girl...
I think being pregnant made her cry every day.
Oh, no.
The judge didn't help.
The judge did that, because I didn't even know she was pregnant until the end, but...
Gotcha. I thought she'd be out to here or something,
No. But one of my bunkies in jail told me that she had a friend that had this attorney named Evan Knappen, and I should maybe give him a call because I'm from Philly, and he was from Philly, and he called. He didn't have, I guess, the funds to keep Evan or something like that at the time. I think his story was way worse than mine.
Right.
And she knew he wasn't going to beat that. So she gave me the number, and I had no other way. It was nothing else I could do. No numbers, no nothing. No.
Right. You're out of choices.
I'm out of choices. So I made the call to Evan and told him he came to meet me, and he heard my story. He couldn't believe it. He said, "No, that's it." That's exactly what he said. That's it? Oh no. I was so happy when he figured out that it wasn't just me.
Right.
I'm like, is it me? Like, what's wrong? Why am I in here? Did I do something wrong? Because a person like me that work every day, pay taxes, did not think that when you go to jury duty that this is what they're doing. This is the things that you do, working every day, the justice system. Our tax dollars, I did not think that this was being used for this. This is a lot of money being used for a case for someone that live every day, do what she has to do, take care of kids.
Yeah.
I have no intent to hurt anyone. I have all the love in the world, and you're wasting your time. This is a waste of time. Give me a lot of text, do whatever you have to do, but it can't get no more realer than this, because the police wouldn't have known if I didn't give it up, if I didn't voluntarily tell them I had my firearm on me. And ultimately, the judge told me that me opening my mouth is what got me.
Is what did it. Yeah.
How is that right?
That's not right.
Even to this day, I don't care what he say. I'm glad I did, because that's what makes me who I am. I tell the truth, try to as much as I can.
Sure.
Because I don't see why I have to lie to anyone.
Right.
But that's just where I was coming at the time. I was going to take that time, that 11 and a half years, and bottle it and swallow it, because my pride was not going to let me take a deal for something I did not intend to do.
Yeah, no
For
kidding.
not knowing. Really not knowing.
Wow. That's insane. That's insane. So, she got Evan. Evan's on the job.
Yeah, Evan got on the job, and
He thought it was ridiculous. He's the man.
Evan was in there. He was going back and forth with the judge. It was so funny at the time, because it's like, this man is on my side. He was the best. Evan was really there for me. He was like the only person at the time that understood what was going on.
Right.
And he knew what was wrong, and he was doing everything he could, even with me not having the money to retain him. I found it. I got it even before I even had all of the support of everyone.
Yeah.
I came up with the money to meet him.
Wow.
And he gave it back.
Wow, that's great. That's good. That's good for him, man. Good for him.
He gave it back, and he went in that courtroom and he told them on trial, he had a game plan. Before we could even go to court to use that game plan, the courts called us back after all the outrage. Me going to the media and speaking out about what happened.
Yeah.
And they wanted to reverse the charges. And the only thing they wanted me to do was let them keep my firearm. So I gave it to them. Here you go. Here you go.
You know what? Bad luck anyway. Get yourself something else.
Right. And I got 3 other ones after that from Versa, from the company. They gave me personalized firearms.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, they looked out.
That's good.
Black one that I have on me all the time.
Yeah.
I love it. But Evan, even sometimes now I see Evan and I'm like, we came a long way. I know he learned a lot from this too.
Sure.
In Jersey, being in that courtroom, and there's a Perry Court judge, and seeing how he was trying to play all them games, and really throw me in there. Evan had a heart. He still has a heart. He really do. And I thank him every day, even in silence, because, like I said, if it wasn't for him and everyone, I would be in jail. I really thought I was gonna lose.
Yeah.
I would have.
Oh my gosh.
I would have. In Atlantic County, Mays Landing.
Yeah.
Yeah. My jurors would have tried to hate me try.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna run this yellow light.
Yeah, in Philly, down at
This is pretty cool.
Franklin.
I got to tell you, I've never. I came to Philly a long time ago for something, for whatever, a one-day trip or something. This is pretty cool. I like this. I like this job, driving around talking to people.
You know what? This is cool. I'm glad you're doing it.
Oh my gosh, this is I think it's a lot of fun.
It is. It's a new outlet, and for someone like me, I speak a lot even now. As an activist, I go out, I speak every day in front of people, but this breaks the ice. I get nervous even still when I'm speaking.
Well, I will tell you this. I've been a Toastmaster for a couple years. I don't know if you know what that is.
Right.
You need to check it out, girl. It is a place where you work on your speaking skills.
Oh, I need that. I need that.
I'm telling you, everybody needs to be a Toastmaster. Everybody. And for me, over the last 4 years being a Toastmaster, I've got broken out of my shell and started to get into doing this. This gives me an outlet, and I like interviewing people in the car because it's not on the phone. It's not on, like, we're having an intimate conversation. You're in my car, for God's sakes. My kids sit there all the time.
Right.
You know?
You threw up over here.
Yeah. But it's an easy way to have a conversation with somebody and break all the break all the rules or the barriers or anything like that. But it's just a good way to talk to someone.
Yeah,
Get to know them.
I love driving, so you're driving me, and I'm loving it. I'm not used to it.
My son always falls asleep when I drive, so don't fall asleep.
You're boring.
Yeah.
You're boring.
I am a dad.
Well,
He's 16, so.
Oh yeah.
So tell us about. So speaking, you're getting to doing some speaking gigs as an activist, which is really cool. It's interesting how you can take this horrible thing and turn it into something positive in your life, which is that's an incredible thing right there.
Yes, it's a lot. It's overwhelming. It really is for me every day, because I still have people that contact me that tries to tell me how they feel.
That's not good.
That's Philly.
That's
Philly.
not good.
Watch out for these potholes.
This pothole was deep.
I'm telling you. But I still have people that try to contact me and ask me just to congratulate me on winning the case and being free.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just be wanting to just, be in my closed shell.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth, every day I feel I get this little feeling of when I was locked up, because I had to be locked down for 20 hours a day.
Wow.
So 4 hours out of that 24 hours was wash up and eating all 3 meals, and that was it. And making a 15-minute phone call. So it was
15 minutes, holy crap.
15 minutes, and let it not have been a fight or something like that, or you stealing somebody's food tray, because everybody's going to be locked down. No phone calls, no nothing, no showers, no nothing.
Wow.
So I don't know, it's like after everything that happened, now that I'm all out there in the public, I can't go to Walmart, I can't go anywhere without someone noticing who I am.
Right.
And bringing it up is a good thing. I'm doing, good for others. I'm glad that people like you and everyone get to tell my story to help others. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I do want to help. I'm just trying to figure out what that calling is right now.
You could do what Marcus Weldon did and turn the whole thing into a book.
That's what I'm doing now.
And that's awesome. I'm sorry.
A little structure, with that. I mean,
right.
I'm writing. It's like I'm writing run-ons. And I don't want to, it's so much to my story that is not out there, is so deep.
Yeah.
It's so deep. It'll be like 5 or 6 books. So I need the structure when it comes to the book.
Right.
But that's what I'm doing now. That's my plan.
That's cool.
I'm also trying to start a nonprofit and start like a clothing line for women that shoot, because they have a lot of camouflage stuff for men.
There are.
They don't have anything for women. Well, I like to dress sexy when I go shoot.
I don't blame you. I do. I hate to say I do too, but
I'm pretty sure you seeing some women walking in the gun range with some nice sexy tights on.
Yeah.
It would distract you guys.
Right. Yeah, for the competitive shooters, that's a little distracting.
Exactly.
I've got some friends that do fashion shows.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in it.
You should. Yeah. I'm gonna have to connect you two guys. I actually. I don't know if you know who Amanda Suffolcool is. She did a fashion show in Cleveland back in February, and I co-emceed the fashion show with her. That was pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I heard of her.
So she's great. We'll have to connect you two guys, girls.
Oh, that'll be great. That'll be great.
That'll be way cool, because she had a lot of people that were like, there's a bunch of women that became shooters, and the women and minorities are becoming a huge demographic of people that are new shooters.
Right.
And these women are finding out that, like you said, everything's in camouflage, and there's nothing great for there's nothing great for women, and so women are coming out and start to design stuff for women.
Yeah.
Which is
that's
cool.
what I'm trying to do, but I don't want to do it all by myself like I've been doing lately. I'm trying to expand and let people know what I'm trying to do and try to get a team together. Right now, I get contacts. They want me to come out, I'll come out. I'll come and speak. I have no problem with it. Whatever, that has anything to do with injustice or just protecting yourself and your family, I'm all for it. That's what I stand for now. Whatever way it takes me later in life, I'm down for it. That's what I'm But this situation has gotten me to meeting people I've never thought I would meet in my life. My kids had new godparents, and
Cool.
They take them fishing.
Nice.
They're with the Lehigh Valley Tea Party.
Mm-hmm.
I go out with them a lot. We go shooting.
Cool.
Do different. I've met a lot of instructors. I've been taught different ways to shoot. I love shooting. I'm a real good shooter. I just need the right person. Yeah. Everybody that sees me shoot, they say, you are a great shooter. I can shoot far. I'm far-sighted.
Nice.
And accurate.
That's cool.
But I need the right teacher. I want to get my instructor. I'm going to go ahead and get the NRA instructors.
Good for you. That's great.
Might as well get it.
Listen, if it's there's a lot of women out there that I know of some women that were in the military that have taken that route and then gone out to be instructors, and some women that are into it. And you'd be a great person to be an instructor. You know,
Yeah,
you really would.
People keep asking me. I just don't want I don't want people's lives in my hands too much. But I don't know. I might like it. I didn't get into it.
We all have to know our strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
And my deal is, I'm non-threatening, relatively entertaining sometimes. Relatively. So I don't know if it's relatively I should emphasize or sometimes. But I'm not. My deal is this: I wasn't a cop. I wasn't in the military,
Right.
so I'm not. Yeah, people aren't going to be threatened, and I want to get as many people into shooting and get their license as possible. If people call me up and want to learn how to clear their house, I'm like, dude, talk to somebody else. That's not my deal. That's not what I know how to do. I just want to get people up and teach them how to be safe, not hurt themselves, and get them into it, and then let other people take over from there. And like I said, I use your story all the time. And that would be great. That would be a great avenue for you to we're on bumpy road. That would be a great avenue for you to get some things going. That'll be way cool.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
I think you should.
I'm gonna do it. You're giving me ideas.
Awesome.
On top of me working and just keeping my eye out for cops and just everything. I mean, that's something to come back from.
Cool.
Having to be humble every day, not get in trouble, waiting for you to go to court is something like out of this world. I don't want no one else to go through what I went through.
Yeah.
If you can hear what I'm saying, people, do not go to Jersey. Do not go to Jersey with your firearm.
Yeah.
Don't go to New York with your firearm.
Oh my gosh.
Don't go to any of the states around Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Right, the Northeast.
Firearm.
The Northeast in California really is the worst place for gun owners. It really is. It really is.
Just don't go. Don't park. Don't get a flat tire.
Nothing.
Don't go to your friend's house and go to Wawa and pull over it because you're
the Wawa is like a little grocery store, convenience store.
Exactly. Wawa, yes, because New York didn't even have Wawa, but yes,
right.
Wawa is the spot you get your coffee from. And people, they get their license carry. They say, I'm gonna go to Wawa and get a coffee real quick. No, you
don't.
Go to Jersey with your firearm. You go to Wawa. It's unlawful possession of a firearm.
Crazy.
Automatically, 3.5 years minimum. You're going to jail. And they're sitting there. They're state troopers in Jersey. Oh, they ain't got nothing else to do.
Right.
So they got them little beepy things, and they waiting, and they running your plate because you're out of state, and they're pulling you over.
Oh man! I will tell you this. I came down to interview Anthony Colandro last year.
Oh, man.
And I love Anthony, man. He's a lot of fun. I interviewed him last year, and I had to empty. I interviewed Ken Blanchard too, and I had to empty out my car. Take all the guns out, take all the ammunition on my little tray here. I had to do that.
I know that was crazy. Like, you had to really think about that.
Yeah, you got to think about it.
Like that.
Absolutely.
Like, one bullet can get you.
Oh my God! Spent shell casings.
Yes.
Totally. All right,
crazy.
listen. I hate to do this, but we're almost where we need to be. I know it's getting dark, and I don't know how hard it's going to be to see us.
Oh, well, I'm more chocolatey and chocolate, but you can see me just fine, right?
Yeah, I can see it just fine, but I don't know how bad the lighting's going to be. Yeah. I interviewed a gentleman 2 days ago in Maine, and he tests machine guns for a living. So we went out and shot machine guns.
Oh, I would have loved it.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my God, I love shooting. It's real bad. Like
It's-
the way I love it, it's so bad.
I started teaching gun classes. This is no jive. I started teaching gun classes to support my shooting habit. Like that's what it was. I was married. My kids were young, and I needed to. I wanted to shoot. I got my gun license and I got into it, and I wanted to shoot more. And in order for me to shoot more, I needed to make more money, so I had money I could blow on guns and ammo.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah,
I'm still trying to learn all the different firearms and names and calibers.
you got to get on it, man. This teaching. You know, it's one thing at a time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a handgun guy. I like handguns more than I like shooting rifles or shotguns. Not that I don't
like rifles.
Not that I don't object to shooting them, and not that I don't have them, but I like shooting handguns. It's a lot of fun for me.
Yeah.
All right, listen. When we get a chance, we're gonna pull over. We're gonna close this thing out and make it official, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. You should totally become an instructor. You should totally write a book. You totally.
I'm gonna do it.
All right.
I'm gonna do it.
I think you should.
You got my word.
Awesome. I'll be on you about it.
Please do.
I will.
'Cause
Absolutely.
I got some contacts, but you know, some people. I'm just so proud, and I don't know.
This is something I wanted to. I really wanted to, and I've told people about it when I told them I was going to interview you. This is what I find frustrating is the National Organization for Women did not come to you. The NAACP, Reverend Al, Reverend Jesse, these guys didn't come. The ACLU didn't come. The NAACP, none of these people came to you. Here you are. You're a black woman. You're a single mom.
So that's a story to tell, real quick.
All right, let's do it while we get a little bit of light.
I called Al Sharpton.
You did?
I called him. Called his office, and they basically hung up on me and asked me to learn my lesson.
What?
I went to my state rep, and I went to King Alder's office, King Alder Johnson's office.
Wow.
And I just wanted help with my PICO bill. I just came out of jail. I wanted to know who can I contact to try to see can I get it lowered.
Yeah.
Not get money from no one, just get lowered because I was in jail the whole time, so it was on. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they help with stuff like that, programs.
Right.
Being a single mom.
Sure. Oh my God, absolutely being a single mom. All right, listen, we are. I think it's getting too dark, so we're gonna close it here, lady. So today we had Shaneen Allen driving around her hometown of West Philadelphia.
West Philly's in the city. I'm from North Philly, but
hey, listen,
Philly.
I don't know. I just had to come up with songs from Philadelphia. That's what I was gonna do. I did a gungram of the Rocky theme. Right? I play the trumpet, I shoot a gun at the same time, and I did one of the Rocky theme, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I'll have to show you one. Totally. All right, listen. So anyway, you guys should really learn from what Shaneen talked about today. Her story. I mean, you just heard her story, so it's a crazy story. It can happen to anybody that does. That makes an honest and a simple and an innocent mistake. They wanted to put her away for 11 and a half years. Yes. No criminal intent. No priors, no nothing. And they wanted to put you away for 11 and a half years. That's completely crazy. Yes. All right, Shaneen, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for riding shotgun with Charlie.
No problem. This is fun.
We're going to cut these things off, and I will catch you guys the next time on Riding Shotgun with Charlie. If you haven't yet, you should subscribe to the Riding Shotgun with Charlie YouTube channel. Check out the Riding Shotgun with Charlie podcast. And it's on iTunes and on Google Music and wherever you find podcasts. You should be able to find it. If you can't, let me know and we'll get you there. How can people find you? Do you have a website? Do you have anything?
I do. I'm getting it started, but in the meantime, you can contact me through Facebook. It's Shaneen Allen, my name. You can look at my videos on YouTube, Shaneen Allen. You can find me on Instagram under Shaneen Allen. Everything is Shaneen Allen.
Shaneen Allen.
Twitter, everything. You want me to speak? Just want to hang out.
How do you spell Shaneen?
My name, Shaneen, Shaneen. Last name Allen, Allen.
Awesome. This is so much fun. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, this has been great. We will talk to you guys later. We will see you again.